it's just going to the main screen now.
Let's go live.
Okay, we are live. All right, I still have the RDM is gone. Send snaps.
We are
message.
shave.
We're shive, are we?
Shave. I'm sure that I thought.
You sound like a very drunk
shive.
chav from 2009 trying to say safe.
Shave is South Walian for milk.
Don't talk about milk.
I didn't say something.
Hello, audio test. Also, Angus, say something.
Oh, we live. Oh,
yeah.
shit.
Yes.
Can you hear me? Okay.
We're not live.
Everyone sounds good, I think.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think everyone also sounds good. So we are good to go.
I'll give in to peer pressure and agree with you.
Let's just
No,
round because we don't want to be looking there yet because we're not there. We are over here.
I formally request every Yanti we meet is just as Welsh as you can make it.
So
Proper valley Yanti.
what did we exactly pause on last time?
Well,
'Cause
let's get to that because last session we suffered some technical difficulties as well as all the internet in my area just went down, and so I was forced to go read an actual book. But before that, you had been exploring the basement of the temple in the jungle after slaying the abomination, which is now blocking the exit from the basement. You were questioning the Malazon, who was cowering in his chamber. Having searched in there, you'd found a set of half plate belonging to Dartha, along with his maul. You also found the great axe and javelins, which had been taken from detritus upon his capture, along with anything else that you had in your inventory when you built your character before I stuck you in a dungeon cell. And that's pretty much where we were. I can't really remember what you had been questioning the Malazon about beyond, is there another way out of here? And don't think there was another way out of here. Michael, I have just spotted that you're still showing as Gunt Hardhammer on Discord. Not Discord, on Roll20.
I have updated that. Actually, where are we? Oh, there we are. Hello, me.
Oh, on the bottom left, I think.
How do you fix? Does that change it?
Actually, I think
In chat it has, yeah.
Yeah, weird.
yeah.
Oh wait, I got it here.
Hi, Matt.
I found it.
Hello.
Oh.
Display name in the cog. There we go. Angus, there's the detritus. Carl. So, yeah, I can't really remember where the conversation had gone between you and the Malazon beyond, is there another way out of here? And that being a no.
On that.
Yeah.
Like, it was like, is there a way out of here? No.
I think you had gone and explored a little bit up into this top room and discovered it was just a sort of fairly basic kitchen and food preparation area. Yeah, and that's where we were. So,
did we rummage around the
Continue.
abomination?
You have not rummaged around the abomination. No.
Can I?
Would you like to rummage the abomination?
I always take the opportunity
Where
to
are you
rummage
rummaging in the abomination?
thoroughly.
Roll me an investigation check, then, please.
Do you want a glove?
Detritus not need glove. Good at rummaging. Investigation.
Comes out, it's just fully brown.
Tongue
16, not bad. That's a passable roll, isn't it?
For an idiot, it is. Yeah.
Yeah, that's with a -1. Well done. So you find his scimitar, which would definitely in the hands of anyone else be considered a great sword, or a great scimitar.
Is that a thing?
Like a falchion?
Is a falchion a great scimitar, basically?
Basically. I'm sure sword nerds would fight me on that, but it's basically a big ass
what would
Oh
they fight you
no! I'm definitely going to
Probably a
upset some
falchion.
sword nerds,
If
nerds
they
on
know
that
about
one.
it at least.
Falchion. It still looks. It looks not. It's like somewhere between a saber and a scimitar. I'd say a falchion.
I'll admit most of my sword knowledge comes from the FromSoft games like Dark Souls. So.
Falchion
comes
what's
from
the
D&D
difference between
actually.
A falchion and a scimitar, actually, and like a
I do not
falchion's
know.
like sort of shaped like that on the end, right? Like it's like a.
Well, falchions and Pathfinder get a plus to the crit range.
Yeah,
wanna get
in my head canon, scimitars are sort of flatter and like wider.
Oh, falchion. Okay.
But in-game mechanically, it would have the stats of a greatsword.
Yeah, basically.
Oh, falchion is actually straight. It's just the end is a little bit different. Okay. I thought they were like curvy, like a scimitar or a saber or something.
Yeah, I'll stick with my my normal greatsword. Anything else, Angus?
He is also wearing a pair of gold braces, quite ornate. Feature a couple of green stones on them. Yeah, they'd probably be worth something, or you could wear them.
Yeah. Yeah, as
Beyond
aesthetics,
that, you're
rather
sort of
than-
limited in terms of what you can check on him because a lot of him is actually in the other room, and he's blocking the entrance into that other room.
Oh, so we can't get past him.
At the moment, no.
Okay.
You haven't made much of an attempt. I don't think you made any attempts to get past
No.
him yet. You've just gone, okay, let's have a look around here first,
Fair enough.
which is fine. You know?
I mean, either way, it'd probably be good to check on what's on the other side of him in case there's like a bunch of snake people lining up or with dick in a bag.
Yeah, that's a good point. Can I try and stick my head as far that way as possible to see what's in that room, and if I can fit through?
Well, that's part of the problem. He's a large creature, and this is not a particularly wide corridor.
Okay.
You, in fact, yourself are sort of head stooped slightly as you're walking through here, shoulders sort of just grazing the walls. You're taking up a lot of this space, and this is a bigger creature than you. So it's got
It's a solid
itself a
square.
bit jammed.
I begin to pull it.
Okay.
I tell him to push it instead. Dude, how much space in this
Casimir
tiny
starts
little
chopping
hallway?
pieces off.
Whoa, okay.
Yeah.
Okay, well, in that case, Detritus, roll me an athletics check with advantage for Casimir's help.
His help in dismembering.
You grab a piece, start pulling. It's like, oh, okay.
Would you like to push it or pull?
Both. No.
There's one good option here.
Yeah, my character's an idiot.
Which one is it?
I think. Yeah, he'll push if he's been advised to push.
Okay, good.
He's not a stubborn man. I'll also, because of powerful build, get. I'll count as one size larger when pushing, dragging, or lifting.
Okay.
So
Nice.
Lower the DC for you in that case. So yeah, go ahead and
Designed
roll
for
your
this one.
athletics check, or just strength check if you're not proficient with athletics at
I am
advantage.
very
26,
proficient.
yeah. Casimir, you take a couple of swings and you definitely carve some slices off. There's chunks of this thing that's on the ground, and then this huge creature just sort of pushes past you and just fucking both hands like attacking like a tackle sled in rugby, just fucking smashes this thing, and it just flies back into the previous chamber, crashing into the table and chairs there, sending that all scattering. Yeah, you've freed yourself an exit from this place.
I could have done that.
Oh wow, he was really wedged in there. If you look at the little
Yeah.
stairwell.
Yeah.
Obviously, he's more like long and thin than that he is like a 10-foot blob. But
I'm picturing the big fat dragon from the D&D movie. Just kind of
every dragon's that shape now.
It's the best shape.
I turn to Delilah
okay.
and push. Good.
I'm gonna peek through into the room.
Good.
Okay. Roll a perception check.
While they were pushing that big snake man into the room, Delilah's been thinking, now that this mission is basically accomplished, she wants to start working on the other one. She has hopefully, in a calm manner, approached the 2 civilians. In fact, probably all 3 of them, right? She's going to take out a dagger and say, "Trust me, I just need you to bleed a little bit." So she's gonna basically bring out her hand, and then she's gonna cut a little bit and be like, "Just that, okay? I know it's a little crazy, but it's for everyone's safety." And she's gonna get everyone to bleed just a tiny bit.
Rogueville sort of just glances down at the weeping wound on his stomach. I think this is probably enough, yes?
Sure. Depending on how paranoid you want to get. But
depends
like,
how paranoid you want to get.
We definitely got another cult leader.
You might have a cult leader. Look, you guys told me that Zero's blood was like milky and sparkly. So this seems like a pretty simple way to
it's canon, no? Yeah.
I love how truth has drifted from me to you guys. Back to
I know, it's just like
Okay. So I'll make sure everyone is basically not 0.
okay.
And then
roll
go
me
back in
a
and give the
persuasion check with disadvantage.
Or a stealth attack.
I don't want to speak him out too much.
Sure, the captive is being approached by a mysterious woman with a knife.
I just saved their
Just
life.
needs to bleed a little
How dare you.
Okay, 15.
They're like, no.
I tried to approach it as calmly as possible. Like, I know it's a little crazy, but trust me, it's important.
Seeing sort of that really your
And I did it myself.
their only hope of getting out of here. They do eventually hold out their hands and allow you to make a small cut to see their blood, both bleeding red and bright.
Okay, cool. I hope everyone bandaged and then I'll join the other 2. I thank everyone for humoring me.
Okay. Casimir.
There wasn't that much humor in that.
For not screaming.
The other type of
Quite
humor.
serious. Yeah, in the meantime, I rolled accidentally to GM. It was a 6%.
It was a 6. Yes, it was a 6. The room appears to be as it was when you left it, apart from the massive abomination that's now laying strewn across the table and the broken table and chairs. I suppose the only difference is, and even with your pretty shitty perception roll there, you do see Dartha slumped against the wall on the stairs.
Oh.
R.I.P.
I'm gonna approach him, but not looking at him. I'm gonna look up the stairs while I approach.
Okay.
Assuming
as you
that everyone else
approach,
is
you
somewhere nearby as well. Like,
recall
wait
that
for
he
this
is
to
currently wearing some of your armor, perhaps.
yeah, he would be. Yeah.
He also has a very
And
nice
Gunt's
hammer on him.
Warhammer. Gunt's Warhammer.
Up the stairs, do I see here? As in, obviously, like I did the 6 perception, but immediately, like, is there anything very obvious? Or
In
is
the
it empty on the side?
immediacy, the stairs are empty.
Okay.
You listen. You can't hear anything.
Okay.
It doesn't appear to be the sound of any movement upstairs.
All right, I'm gonna pull. I already forgot his name. Fuck. I'm gonna pull him onto the sort of floor in the middle of the room, and I'm gonna take my armor off, and I'm gonna put the hammer aside.
Okay. Mark, your hide armor, wasn't it?
Hide armor, yeah.
Yeah, that he had, and Gunt's hammer. Was that just a fairly mechanically, statistically wise, a fairly standard hammer there, Michael?
I think it was. At first, I thought it was a +1, but I think it was just a standard.
Yeah, I wasn't adding
the
anything to the rolls when
enchantments,
he was using it.
Yeah, that I had on it, but they obviously fade away when Gun dies.
Am I able to retrieve the hide armor?
Yes, yeah, absolutely.
Cool.
Leaving the naked dwarf, the naked corpse of the dwarf,
next to the desecrated,
laying in the centre of the room.
I'll turn to Brogville. This is one of the dwarves that gave their life to free you. Does he respond?
Yeah.
Yeah, I know. It's weird to have dwarves on your side, right?
It is a bit, yes.
Well,
But it seems a little too late. He looks down again at his festering wound.
all right. What's everyone else doing?
What is everyone else doing? Detritus, you were midway through searching through the abomination when you realised that there was potentially stuff you couldn't get to along with an exit.
Search its other end
You certainly can. Yes.
thoroughly.
So obviously the gold and jeweled braces.
Yeah, I'll grab them.
You find a pouch, like a leather, almost like a leather box that's strapped to the sword belt that he was carrying his scimitar in. And as you open that up, inside is a wooden box. So you find a wooden box.
And I give it a gentle shake, and can I open it?
Yeah.
Can I see?
I feel like there should be a check for this because of what I know is in it and what you've just done.
Do I hear a ticking sound? Because that wouldn't
just roll me a d20.
Okay.
The special box is where he keeps his gun hammer. Or if they have Kuekas, the Kueka Awakas.
Just straight in with the cloacas. It's too early for that.
Okay. And roll me a d6. Okay.
This is not going well.
So you open the box. You find inside are 6 bird eggs. 2 of them have now broken, as the act of shaking them has caused them to shift inside. But yeah, they're just 4 intact bird eggs.
Can I dip my giant pinky into one of the broken ones and taste it?
You certainly can. It's quite delicious.
Breakfast. pocket the remaining bird eggs carefully because I want to keep them fresh.
Little legs.
Little eggs. Taste good.
I would ask if we're setting the bird eggs, but I don't even think the Detritus would know.
Yeah, they're just they're eggs. They're small eggs, so they're not from like a rock or any of the other
Tree.
probable large birds that Detritus would have had the egg experience with in the past.
Okay. Well, I'll go up and join Casimir then. So what is the plan now?
I've not checked that door. Through that room. I'll point down southwards, whatever.
Okay. Well, I'll go check that then. But do we have a plan for afterwards?
Well, let's find a way out. We might need to go up the stairs and make our way out. I'm not sure what there else is to do.
Are we taking the dwarven bodies with us?
I'm not sure we'll be able to. We can try and drag them if no one notices us, but I feel like they know exactly where we are.
I think the big guy might be able to carry them if we convince him.
Maybe.
If we get into a fight, he can use them as ammunition.
Chucking dwarf corpses. I love it.
So
Dual
Guy will
wielding
just shrug and then
dwarves.
go check this room. Yeah.
Dual-wielding dwarves.
Can you imagine getting hit with a fully armored dwarf? That'd probably hurt. At least 2d10. I checked the store, Angus.
Oh yeah, I'll be behind you when you do that. I don't want you to just.
Okay. It is just a small storage room. What you see, I'd say there are many more implements of torture is the short way of describing it. There are barbed whips and just hooked blades, all of which are darkened with use and old blood and a lack of cleaning, just been hung back up. Little concern for the next victims. Yeah, that's about it. That's in that particular room.
Okay. Nothing much of here. I think we just need to use the stairs.
I have an idea for a. I'm not sure if it'll work, but maybe could form as a distraction or at least a form of terrorizing this place. Casimir is just gonna go back to this room. Is that like like a chimney or such? Like a fireplace, chimney, something?
It is, yeah.
Oh. You know, I'm just thinking now, does this go out? I'm not saying all of us will fit there, but I wonder if maybe you could send your little friend to check out the area for us?
Given some time to resummon them, that shouldn't be an issue.
Well, either way, is there any sort of coal charcoal there? Anything like that flammable?
There is the embers, or what's that? Yeah, embers and leftover wood from a previous fire. There is some firewood stacked next to it.
Okay.
Yeah, there is fire making materials.
I would like to go into these sort of chambers, grab a bunch of sheets, and basically make a makeshift bag of that shit inside it, so I can then later set on fire and throw.
Okay.
Okay.
Like
can
throw
add...
throw in a way that like doesn't make it go everywhere, more like a a lob so it all lands together. You know,
Okay.
right? Swing it.
You can add bed sheet wrapped bundle of firewood to your
Sure.
inventory.
Sure.
I don't think I'm even going to make you roll a check for that. We'll see how that pans out when you use it. But yeah, that's fine. You can certainly do that. Okay, and Delilah, you're casting Find Familiar. Take you a while, so that'd be a short rest period of time. Are you hanging around here for that long? Are you venturing upstairs? What's the plan?
That's the question. Like, it's gonna take a second. So, and by a second, I mean an hour.
An hour.
No,
Oh,
we
right.
don't have that
Yeah,
long.
exactly.
Let's go.
Okay.
We go
Cool.
now.
Unless
In that case, we're not casting that. We're just moving on with the civilians.
unless Sarah has some trick up her sleeve.
She's
Can
pretty exhausted. We can ask her,
Detritus
but
Okay.
start making his way towards the stairs.
Little distracted carrying my brother, even. Ooh, that got weird.
Father.
Oh my.
But I think I'm pretty spent.
Fair enough.
Yes, I have nothing left apart from some simple spells.
Okay.
I can clean us up a little.
That's not a terrible idea. Just see to everyone's wounds. Make sure they don't get infected. I will scout up above. I think I'm the quietest among us.
If you wish to.
So it starts coming around and just prestidigitating the area around your wounds, and doesn't actually do anything to the wound, but the area around it is suddenly a lot cleaner than it was.
Cleans it. Yeah, that's fine.
Okay. While she's tending to Casimir or the other many people who've been stabbed today, I will meander up. In a very, I guess not meander, in a very like focused manner. I'll go up and look around.
The ultimate technique.
Mm-hmm.
I have any of my papers.
I will stay somewhere in the vicinity behind. I don't want to be too far away. But I'm not like following. I'm just, just want to be
Okay.
on the stage.
Detritus, what's your passive perception?
My passive perception is hold on. 12, please.
Okay. So you've all got a passive perception of 12. That makes things very convenient. Okay, so what are you doing? You're heading upstairs. Carefully and cautiously, and...
If you don't come back in a few seconds, I will make everyone follow you.
Okay.
So, once you disappear.
Who are you talking to?
Himself.
Lila. Okay. And are you being furtive and sneaky on your journey up?
Yeah, I'll just be as quiet as possible. I want to get a lay of the land.
Roll me a stealth check.
Boop. Not terrible at stealth. Not meant to be, at least.
Not a great roll, though. Okay.
Fine,
So, yeah, you think you're being fairly quiet as you make your way up the stairs and into the floor above. With all of you with passive perceptions of 12, the rest of you can hear her upstairs as she's stealthily moving around. The room above is pretty much as before, as you left it. The corpses of the four Malazons and Gunt laying in the rough center of this relief on the floor that is filled with, or was filled with blood the night before, and is still darkened with it now.
I might go without saying, but I have my sword drawn, and I'm gonna continue about.
Okay. Which direction are you going? Where are you headed? What are you looking for? What are you doing?
Not gonna lie, I forgot these maps were connected. So,
In the meantime, I'll gather everyone near the stairs.
Okay.
As we're walking towards the stairs, if no one else has taken it, Detritus will just casually pick up Gunt's warhammer in his offhand.
Yeah.
As you're certainly welcome to do, because no one else had said anything.
Look after that weapon.
It is small.
okay. Do I think the big guy can fit through the hole that we initially got in here with? Like the hole over here?
No. What the one that you came through over here?
What? Up to getting the injured people down off that like second
The
level.
window ledge.
Yeah. Okay. I'm gonna.
I mean, it could. No, it got stuck going down a 5-foot corridor.
I think he's referring to me
Big guy?
rather than the.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Oh, okay.
We're not trying to bring a corpse.
Just bring the
Big
whole
corpse of that.
thing. Just paste it. And
I did wonder. I was like,
through.
where's this going?
Oh, he's got plans.
Detritus, could you fit out of there? That's a very good question.
Uh,
How big are you? What's your height and weight?
So I did have this written down. And I haven't transferred it over to my character sheet. Height was 6 or even 7, maybe. Big. But mechanically, I think unless it's something that's activated or the passive for being mountain-born, then I function as medium, with the exception of the weapons and the pushing, pulling thing, because of the
That's it.
the
So
powerful build.
A big
it
medium.
would be a significant squeeze, and you may have to sort of breathe out fully to allow your chest cavity to contract enough to squeeze through the space.
But I don't have armor to
Yeah,
get away.
No. Yeah, it would probably be a squeeze, but you'd be able to do it.
Okay.
As long as it doesn't
Well,
have
if we can get the.
debilitating claustrophobia or anything.
It's still gonna be tricky. Like either way we go is gonna be quite tricky. But one leads directly to like the center of town, and the other one we only have to contend with some like guard patrols and that sentry up on the top of the tower, and then actual traversal, which might be an issue. But we have a big strong guy now to like catch the injured folk. So yeah, I'm gonna quickly check both of these little guys, and then I'm going to lead everyone to that hole.
Which
wanna make-
little guys was that? Sorry.
Just like all the other like directions here, I want to make sure nobody's like hiding just around the corner. So I'm just gonna peek my head in real quick,
Okay.
and then go away.
Then lead us to you.
I'm just trying to find my notes for what I wrote down for what was in each of these rooms.
Death.
Unless there's like magic items, I'm only looking for enemies. So like you don't have
Okay.
to give me
Fine.
all the details.
So as you sort of work through the rooms, the top left room It's the room that the abomination had come out of, and the door on this one is slightly larger. As you open that door, it's basically just a sleeping chambers. Piles of straw and blankets and silks that just make this huge nest that take up a large portion of this room. No enemies. I actually forgot to put a door on the map, but there is a door on this right-hand side. This is another sleeping chamber. It seems to be. It doesn't have quite as large a nest, but yeah, there is a secondary sleeping chamber there. No enemies.
I think this would take him a good few seconds. I will start leading everyone upstairs because I'm starting to get worried.
And as you come up, you probably see her sort of making her way from this room over to this room, and as people start coming up, she starts making her way to the most southern of the right-hand rooms.
As I pass Casimir, I'm going to tell him my plan about the hole, so he can communicate.
Okay.
And I'll continue to check the area.
What is that
one? So yeah.
So the bottom right-hand room is just a room with just shelves and shelves and shelves on one side, glass jars of differing sizes, all with distinctly green-looking liquids in them. It's very strong, acidic, and just smelling stuff in there. A large bench on the other side with some very old and strange-looking alchemical equipment on there. But no enemies at present.
Okay.
And finally is the room you came into, the ritual bathing chamber.
The rope on the floor.
With the rope on the floor. Tied to the door?
Yes. It was tied to something. No, I just lay it down, I think.
Yeah.
I know we definitely have a mission here and we shouldn't deviate because we're still very much in danger. But wasn't there also some like incredibly valuable treasure or something in this temple that the last like adventuring group was after before they got mugged?
Oh, the book said that they found something.
It was indeed.
Or something,
I don't see it in that room, do I? See any like glowing idols?
Is it?
I tell you,
big
you were just
statue?
looking for enemies, so I wasn't asking you for any sort of roles in any of these rooms.
I expand my search to magic items.
Okay, right. Are you just sort of scanning the rooms, looking for anything interesting, or are you actively searching and investigating for anything that looks like it could?
Is anything visually distinct enough so it doesn't look like the background, but like the game designers wanted you to see it? Like slightly higher resolution.
Roll me based on that description, perception check.
Okay.
19. Fair. Okay. You gather that the room on the bottom right contains poisons of various descriptions, either produced by the Yuan-Ti themselves or extracted from other venomous creatures of the jungle.
Anything of note? Like a
Don't-
fancy sword or something?
Not particularly. What you do notice is that I suppose it's almost a insighty thing, but the northernmost wall of the chamber, on the perception check, you notice that there is, I suppose, scrape marks on the floor.
Okay.
Around
But while the
here.
civilians are shuffling about, I'll go and investigate.
Okay.
If this seems illogical, it's the Fey nature in Delilah. That's my excuse. It's caught up in the whimsy.
Roll me an investigation check on this one.
Okay. Thank you, Delilah, for being smarter than I am. Bam.
15. Okay. So you sort of place your hands up on the wall and you're sort of feeling for anything that's maybe would be a trigger or a push button or press plate that would trigger a mechanism. And as you sort of move your way around the wall and as you sort of shift to the right-hand side, just your weight, and you're not putting a lot of weight on it, sort of delicately feeling, but that pressure is enough to slightly move the wall. And it seems to be on a very delicate hinge. And it swings into the room, creating an opening more towards the statue side.
I admire the craftsmanship and then leave immediately. No, I'll open the door.
Okay. Well, that is the door open. It doesn't sort of open fully, but it sort of shifts enough to allow someone access through to the other side. So it doesn't fully open, but it creates an opening.
I'll be a bit silly. I'll enter the door.
Okay. So I'll reveal that. Thing that I do. So you find yourself in a roughly 20 by 60 room with 4 pedestals, like altars, one on each wall, each with what appears to be some revered item within this temple in an elevated position on each of those pedestals. On the furthest, you see probably like shot put or small cannonball sized green orb with a very intricately engraved and carved gold snake that coils around it. It's sort of enclosed within this very fine gold snake. On the one closest to you, on this wall here, hang on, I've got the thingy on. Is a very ornate and heavily jeweled dagger with a large emerald at the pommel end of the hilt, which is all gold and emerald inlaid. The blade appears to be made of stone-carved obsidian of some sort. It's like a black stone blade, very, very delicately carved on the surface and inlaid with gold, this serpentine design with the snake's head coming up towards the point and the teeth, the fangs of the teeth coming out to meet the point of this blade. You also find on the northernmost pedestal a piece of what appears to be a much larger stone tablet, engraved with symbols of a language that I'm pretty sure you don't recognize. Or you do recognize because you've seen some of it already, but you can't read.
I don't understand, yeah.
Yeah. And on the southernmost of the room is it's a collection of items, and it is a series of very, very ornately decorated glass vials. So similar to the green orb with the snake on the outside, these glass vials are encaged in a very ornate golden design. Each one has a small gold plate on the front with a very, very delicate engraving of some of the similar language that also you recognize but don't understand. And there's probably about 9 or 10 of them on here.
Okay. We're quite pressed for time, so I can't exactly take a grand amount of notes here. But if I have some sort of paper on me, I'm gonna do that whole Choco thing and like try to jot down every symbol below the, like the vials. And then I'm gonna hit myself up with guidance, and then Mage Hand. I'm gonna try to steal everything that you just mentioned. Personally, I'm interested in daggers because I think black steel daggers are cool. And funny enough, every one of my characters have had one. So, in order of like importance of things, I'm gonna stab, steal.
Stab a dagger.
I'm gonna take the orb, the dagger, after I've gotten the charcoal drawings down, or the charcoal engravings, you know, where you like rub the paper on it and you get the negative. And then and then the vials, and then that tablet. Probably is gonna be the most potent knowing nerd stuff, but
so the plan is to just yank him with Mage Hand. Is that right?
yes.
Okay.
The orb first, because I think that's probably the most important, and then the dagger, and if I can, the other 2 items.
If this is a drastic thing to do, can I say what I have been doing in the meantime before that happens?
Well, let's hear what's going on there before we continue this little bit.
Okay. After Delilah tells Casimir about the plan of escaping through that window again, the one we came through, he will look up to Gun's body, kneel down, and just sort of look at him, stone cold in the face, but sort of taking the body of his fallen now friend. Never gets any easier. I'll make them pay. And he's gonna drop the sack of fumble things. And did I have like a few layers of sort of sheets or something? I just need.
Yeah, you said you grabbed multiple sheets. You said from the bed.
So I'd like to take one sheet out of that, rip it into some longer sort of strands, and I want to go back downstairs to where the remaining alive snake person is.
Okay.
Yeah, so I'll walk in. I'm just gonna approach him quickly. Just push him against the wall. You're coming with me. And I'm gonna grab the sheet and I'm gonna try and tie his arms together, bind him, so that he can walk, but he can't do anything with his arms or anything.
Roll me a intelligence check.
Intelligence check. Oh no.
Oh no.
What are you doing, step bro?
he seems to be fairly well bound. You notice that he also just appears to be wearing some fairly ornate braces, smaller than the ones worn by the abomination, but equally I suppose a symbol of his rank as a Malazan. below the abominations, but markedly higher than the pure bloods.
Okay. I will then lead them upstairs. And
Okay.
I want to go into this room that Delilah's checked. I want to see if there's
Yeah.
also some sort of window there.
Yeah, there is a high window on most of these
Okay.
chambers.
Um.
These guys will come upstairs.
So in this room, I basically will have him restrained.
Yep.
And my aim is to keep him faced away from me for now, until it's time to go, until Delilah's ready to go. I will then chop off his tongue, and then potentially throw him out the window. But I'm waiting.
So again, these windows are you're not like high up here.
Okay.
The windows
Okay.
it's a high slit
Grazingly.
through a thick stone wall
Okay, yeah.
that is probably about maybe what did you say, about 10-foot drop on the other side.
That's fine. That's fine. That's fine. The idea is this is the opposite side of the temple that we exit through.
Yeah.
That's the idea.
I get it, quite a thick stone wall. So like pushing him out the window, you'd sort of like you'd push him into the slot, and that's
Right.
probably as far as you'd be able to
What if
push
I
him.
set him on fire as I do that?
He'd probably have to crawl a little bit and fall out himself. But
That would be the intention.
yeah, maybe if you had a
What if
long
you-
pole, you could just push him out.
What about
What if you
torch?
take the head and then like throw
Torch,
the
he
head
may
to the
well
thing?
crawl himself out if you threaten his ass with
Okay.
fire. Then,
Yeah.
that
So
would work.
the intention was to throw him out on
So
in
much
flames.
desecration.
Okay. Okay. Interesting.
Speaking of
Okay, all this is
Okay.
after we've gotten the civilians to the hole.
Yeah, that's the thing. I'm waiting because I don't want to do it too early. Right. I want him to just face away. He's not seeing what I'm doing. You know what? I might use a piece of the cloth actually to just close his shut his eyes while I do that, so he just doesn't know
Okay,
what's
so
going on.
he's blindfolded and
He's just
bound
standing there
and
blindfolded
doesn't
and
know
bound
where he
right
is.
now. Yeah, he doesn't.
Being led away.
Right
To
Has
now.
no
secret
idea
rooms.
of the darkness that you have planned for him. Let me just reveal all of these rooms as well. We've seen them all.
While this is happening, so detritus is just stood
So
with
basically-
the civilians, just looking around as he sees Delilah go through the secret door, and then Carl come up, whisper to a corpse, go downstairs, come back with a bondage snake dude, and disappear into a room. So,
I'm in the hallway,
he's
but I'm
just
probably
giving
keeping him right in the room, so door open.
giving the civilians the confused look. But can
I'd say Delilah's activity is probably the most unusual for you, detritus, having seen the spoils of tribal Goliath warfare in the past.
Well, on that note, can I?
What you suspect Carl may be doing is
It's
probably not
it's
what
part
Carl
of
is
the
doing.
course. Can I bend down and unhook Gunt's cloak, please?
You can.
And seeing that it has colourful patches on it, give it an appraising. Good. and stow it away.
You
What
can
are you
indeed.
doing with that?
You're with your snake victim /
Yeah,
Yeah,
just do what you
yeah.
do.
You're,
I'm just holding him.
You're
You're still
planning dark things in the bedroom.
binding and cutting and
Oh, okay, at this
blindfolding.
time. Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
So, Delilah, as you cast Mage Hand and it drifts across the room and grasps the orb, lifts it from its standing, and you hear from the other side of the room a click, and from immediately underneath where the orb was, you can just see it from your position on this side of the room. There's a small slit, and from that slit, a belch of green gas starts emitting from that pedestal.
Can I fall back, grab the dagger with my right hand, and go back to the big room? I'll try to get the
You
orb out
can.
here if I
I
can. But
think you mage hand did it.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
the mage hand has the orb, so I think you can just
Maybe.
follow on from you. The dagger is at your hand, and as you grab it and lift it, you hear a similar click, and a second gout of gas starts emerging from that second pedestal, the one nearest to you, as you exit the room.
does the door close?
Yeah, it closes behind you. I'm going to
Oh.
say roll me a.
I slowly gas
I mean,
this whole
you-
temple if I can get
It's
the
like
civilians
you
up first.
I presume you give it enough time. How fast does your mage hand move?
It's like
I
30
don't
feet.
think anyone's ever asked me
Wow,
that question
uh,
before. Fast enough for whatever you're talking about.
Up and down so
I think it's
fast.
30 feet movement for it, right?
Yeah,
it's
30 feet
range
each
of
time.
30 feet each time you
Yeah.
use it.
So 30 feet in 6 seconds. So that's like 10 feet per 2 seconds. Right? Yeah.
Yeah,
Wait, yeah?
That's the range, not the
30 feet
Yeah,
each
yeah.
time.
movement. Is it?
5 feet per second, yeah.
Yeah,
Oh,
it can move
yeah.
up to 30
sorry.
feet each time.
Oh, fair enough.
Yeah, 5 feet per second. I guess.
Yeah, it's
Tell you
pretty
what, I'm
fast.
still not quite used to all these
Yeah.
different things on Roll20.
Okay.
It's probably faster than you.
So go ahead and roll me a dex save to see if you can escape the room before the cloud reaches you.
The foul gas cloud that you created.
How dare you? Ability check. All right. Unless it's an acrobatics, guidance not gonna help me. So, Dex, bam, 15. Goddamn ballerina over here. Go fuck yourself.
You have, from being a lot further away from it, from the trigger point, it's expecting to hit someone square in the face as they lift this thing. You're able to avoid that, and as you grab the dagger and set that second one off, you're already on your way out of the room. Holding the door open a moment for your mage hand clasping the orb to come floating out. So you have a dagger and an orb.
Oh.
Nice.
And
Cool.
avoided being poisoned.
Yeah.
That's good.
Okay, so as she's fed this like the voice of whimsy in her mind, she kind of gets back a little bit more to her senses. Have we moved the civilians to the room yet? Like they should have been on their way this whole time, hopefully.
Yeah,
Yeah.
It's that around.
Okay.
they certainly can be.
I'm gonna try to make all of her like seasons like distinct personality wise from each other. So late summer or autumn or whatever we are in is the more like tactical one, and responsible one. So she's going to go and help the civilians from now on. She's gonna pocket both magical
Right.
items, and go help the civilians.
And
Is
it's
that-
worth mentioning, like this orb is sizable. It's probably about that large. So it's
Put it in whatever bag I have then.
and actually the dagger's quite. It's it probably blades about that long, and it's so cold to the touch. Like not like frost damage cold, but just cool to the touch.
Oh, okay, groovy. That'd be nice though in these hot summer nights.
and they're just sort of picking it up, and even as you sort of just very gently run your finger on the edge to test its edge, it draws blood. It is like insanely sharp. You know, they talk about like those
Deep popsicle. Yeah.
like stone blades that have an edge sharper than anyone could forge out of steel. You know, those that sort of level of sharpness going on there.
Okay. Hell yeah. 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 I'll pocket both of them. Like open the bag and then maybe dagger on the waist or just in the bag as well.
Okay.
But yeah, I'm gonna try to get all the civilians into that room and then like tell everyone the plan, which is basically to like I'll probably sneak up first and then slowly start feeding people up onto that second layer. They can like hide up against the wall, out of the view of both the ground patrolling guards and the sentry, hopefully. And we'll just get everyone up, ideally with the help of the big man.
And of course, Casimir has not vocalized his distraction plan to anyone else.
I mean,
currently.
yeah. So once I see, explaining all that, I'll be like, okay, I got a distraction on the other side of temple. Just tell me when you're beginning.
Okay. We'll begin as soon as everyone's on the outside.
Outside. You
Yeah.
don't want. I was thinking make them go to that other side of the temple before you get outside, but it's up to
Well,
you.
if we can't get out quietly, we're not going to get out at all. Because if they see us, they're going to swarm us before
Okay.
we can get all the civilians up.
Okay. Just well, if this put this way, if you get seen on that side, just that's when I'll do it.
Okay. Tell you what, I'll leave you my mage hand. As soon as it drops, it's your sign to go. Like it'll be holding like a piece of detritus or something.
Okay.
And be able
As
to drop.
you're having this conversation, you notice the slightest movement at the corner of your eye. In fact, all of you notice this simultaneously because you all have the same passive perception. You see sort of lurking in at just the edge of the stonework that blocks off the stairs heading up.
I forgot there was stairs.
Appear to have there appears to be an observer.
Okay.
Do we see what kind of observer?
It's a Malazon in much very unlike the others that you've seen that have been sort of quite simply bare-chested, very simply clothed. This one is in long blood red and green robes, and as he sees you see him, he starts running up the stairs.
Javelin.
Yeah.
Okay.
As the javelin flies, I'll teleport to the other side of him.
Okay.
This guy's not getting away, ideally.
And can we say the sheer sight of him throws me into something akin to a rage.
Okay. Go ahead and roll me your attack with your javelin.
Fuck. It's the noise that javelins make in my head.
No.
Fuck.
Hopefully.
So I have. Do I get advantage on that with rage?
I
think
don't think you get advantage on strength checks.
I think you do like extra damage variation.
I think it's limited to melee.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
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 Okay.
Okay. The 11 doesn't hit.
Oh. Whoa. Bounces off the wall next to him.
Okay. Then as the javelin sparks against the ground, that spark turns into more of a flame. And and then Delilah will appear out of that flame as it just kind of grows, poofs up. And her face step at the moment is Summer, so she appears with a bunch of fire. She's gonna take her hand and just try to push the face like back in, as she appears out of the spark and fire.
Okay, so
I guess we have
the
to
javelin
roll
sort of.
my D8 as well.
Oh
See if I fit this
yes.
in. But I don't want to
roll-
impine on Deslin's.
No. Please roll, and let's see what fucking happens, because this could be very relevant.
For
Oh, okay.
Is that a D8 to hit?
Are you
my
that kind of barbarian?
my main weapon gains,
Your great axe now changes to force damage instead of
Yes.
slashing damage.
and it has the
It
throw
now
property.
becomes light in your hand and is thrown 20 feet.
Okay.
And it reappears in your hand. It becomes
Oh, it's like
a
cars.
great axe of throwing.
Stealing all my thunder.
Okay.
No, it's
I
sharing
want the
thunder.
bigger one.
So, Delilah,
duet sounds all the
the javelin attack had missed sort of to behind the guy as he sort of. I suppose the way to sort of describe the stairs going up is that there's in that space, half of it is covered, and the lower half, so the open half, sort of leads to the stairs that you would then go up, and there's a wall, and he was sort of lurking behind the wall. So he was on his way back up the stairs. If you teleported to where the javelin had missed him, you'd have been behind him. Or
Good. Yeah.
Is that what you were okay with that? Okay.
I wanted to block him from leaving.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
He's not trying to leave. He's running upstairs.
Leaving away from us.
Leaving the room.
Oh,
I guess.
okay.
So you were higher on the stairs
so you
than him. Is where you teleported.
no, he's higher on the stairs because he was going behind the wall up the stairs.
Oh.
Stairs. He was going that way. Javelin hit there. Teleport to there. He's that way.
Grab his legs.
Can I grab him?
You can certainly try.
Oh, no.
Roll. I tell you what.
No, he also
let's.
takes 2 fire damage for the record.
Okay, how much fire damage does he take?
Just 2. My proficiency bonus.
Just 2. Okay. So roll me an athletics check. No, acrobatics for escaping a grapple. Athletics for doing the grapple.
I'm fully aware. I'm just -1. So bam.
5. You grab at his legs, but he kicks back with his other leg, and he continues to run up the stairs and into the chamber above.
Shit.
I suppose just for the purposes of this, let's go ahead and just roll some initiative, because otherwise it's going to get messy.
Okay.
Oh, detritus. You slow little guy. Well, giant guy.
Initiative. Fuck.
So detritus 5, Casimir 14, Delilah 7.
Have you rolled for Sarah?
Who do you want to do that?
You were doing a pretty good job of Jaegering her last time. I'm going to carry on for that for the time
You were
being.
the best, Sarah.
Okay.
Made it much easier for me
Basically,
not
I don't
having
want-
to do with it.
Okay. Yeah, I'll do it.
Basically. And that's everyone because Arthur's dead.
R.I.P.
Okay. So you are. You are in fact there now.
Yeah, and Delilah 7, Sarah's 4.
Okay, so he starts running, kind of carries on running up the stairs and disappears out of your view. Oh, what happened there? Hang on. I obviously clicked the little square thing near your token. Rotated you rather than moving that guy. So...
I'll say I'm.
Stairs up.
Yeah. I hope you guys
and
still
he's
have
gonna...
like gas in the tank. I have like a light fight ahead of me. And that's about it. That's the stuff I could do today.
and actually, he's gonna dash.
We have blank in the chat as well.
Hey, Blank.
Hey, Blank. And that's his turn.
Hoy.
Casimir.
Casimir. Okay. So that guy seems to have gone away from my point of view.
Yes.
Okay. I'm gonna leave this guy in this. Well, no. I don't want to do that. All right. This guy is tied up in the arms. He can't see. I'm just gonna sort of put him on the floor. Right, just sort of, yeah, just shove him onto the floor, and I'm gonna run towards the stairs. Up to here. Wait, what's there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
And are we saying that the civilians were in that that room? Oh, this is why we were discussing that the civilians were going there.
Yeah, they're in the room.
Also, they started making their way over that way. So we'll add.
I would argue they've had plenty of time to enter that room. Maybe not climb out, but to enter.
Hmm.
And we'll put civilians
We've
at
been talking about for a while.
0. We'll put them at the 20 on the initiative count. Okay, so you are at the stairs.
Yes.
Is that your movement? Have you got
Oh,
any more to?
are you talking to me?
No, Casimir, sorry.
So this guy's disappeared, right?
He has, yeah.
Oh, fuck. Okay. Like he looks quite spent, but he's sort of like can't let anyone go, so he's gonna dash past. So 1, 2. So wait, that was 25. That's on 40, and then I'd like to go up. I got another 20 foot with my dash.
It's bragging.
But I don't want to just storm straight into the room. I want to kind of,
Hey, you just stick your head up and
yeah. I want to make it to the top of the stairs at least, right?
okay. Give you.
Okay, so that's. So am I here or here?
You're there, where you are now. You're 12.
Oh, okay. So it's like here, and
So there,
then,
yeah,
and
yeah.
then I got. So now I got another 20, right? Is that correct? Like,
Okay, yeah.
This and this is the same. Okay.
Yep.
Yeah. So if I make it onto here, what do I mean?
So you see a large cross-shaped chamber. The north and southern walls are have the statues very similar to the one below. The same sort of large winged serpent, toothy mawed, alien fucking faced Yanti deity. Smaller statues at both ends of this room, and in the central portion of this room, and I wrote a proper description for this, so I'm going to use it. It's a stone altar, and it's the channels that are cut into the altar that you gather probably direct blood down to the floor, where you see that there's holes that have been carved through the stone into the room below. It is stained dark.
Dark. Okay. In that case, so I can't see the whoever just ran away.
No, you can't. But you can see a door in this
there's a door.
wall over here.
Okay, well I'll
Sealed
do.
enough for you to actually be able to see that.
I can move up to there.
There we go.
It's my turn.
Okay. Delilah,
Hello.
it's your turn. Detritus, you're coming up next.
Everyone is going to that side room? That the civilians
That's
are
right.
going to here?
They are heading in that direction.
Okay.
With-
I'll look to say
At the moment, Sarah's guidance, okay, she's still carrying Brookville.
Okay. In that case, I'll say we'll be right back. Just protect them. And I'm gonna charge off into the distance after Casimir, and more importantly, the Snake Man. I'm gonna action dash to get as far as possible.
Okay.
At risk of getting stabbed to death.
So yeah, the map continues over here. So where are you headed?
How
Path
far in
would
this
you
room
like
can I
to
move?
take? What's your movement?
60.
30? So yeah, 60 with a dash, so you can move 60 feet.
Okay. How does this map work exactly?
So
You-
5
move
foot
me
to
as
there
far as I can
takes
get.
you to there. So that's 5.
Okay.
You've used 5 where you are now.
Okay, groovy. If I don't see the Snake Man, I'm gonna assume he went into the only door I could see. So I'm gonna go and open that door.
Okay.
Yep.
That would have been about 30 to get there. And you open the door, and you let me switch to reveal that.
Door in one hand, opening with the other. Ready to close the door again.
So you see this snake man in his robes, in what appears to be his chambers. He has in his hand a large horn.
Can well, I can get to him physically. Any chance I could like stifle his horn blowing?
And that would be an action, and you've used that to get to where
Dash,
you
yeah. If I was a bard, he's still gonna do anything, but I could make him blow even better.
are.
Mage hands is most definitely in the other room. Can I everything I can think of would be described as an action. I'll jump bodily onto him using all of my movement.
Yeah, okay, so you run at him. He's much larger than you are. You run into him,
Fine.
and that's about it.
Okay.
Go for
Try
the past offense. No, any bonus actions or anything that you've got? Any bonus action spells?
Nope, I'm completely out of spells. I don't have any cantrips out of bonus action. The only other bonus action I had, I used to teleport to try to grab him. But that didn't work, so
Gotcha.
I am completely out of
Okay.
everything but one blade song.
All right. Detritus.
Okay.
The civilians are starting to move their way into or I should have said that the other escapees of the dungeon are making their way to the room at the bottom left-hand side. The fighty people that got everyone out of the dungeon have gone upstairs.
20 feet to get to the stairs, 5 feet for up the stairs.
Which will get you to there.
To where, sorry?
Yeah,
there.
So yeah, to there.
That's 25 feet. That's 15.
Ignore the D and the U because they're the wrong way around.
Okay, so I should be able to get.
Can you get to this square and shoot him?
So
Maybe.
there. Well,
It'd be a hell of a shot, but
that depends. Is that door open?
I didn't close it. I didn't have an action.
Should be.
As if that door's open,
No,
then
she didn't close it.
I'd quite like to throw my axe through it. Will it be
That's tight. I give that 3/4 cover.
yeah.
The statue.
At the least.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Worst thing
You
that
could do
happens is
it.
it just
I
reappears
mean,
in my hand.
You may
at the
want.
end of my turn.
I don't know if reckless attacks work. I don't even know if you get reckless attacks.
I do get
wild magic.
yeah. I
Okay.
do. I've got
Then
it.
turn it on.
on.
It'll give you advantage.
Yeah.
And
so
Angus said three-fourths cover, not disadvantage.
and I'm not gonna take.
Yeah, I have said cover.
Cover, yeah.
Although
3/4 is
a
what
reckless attack
plus-
only affects melee.
Okay.
Okay.
Any other barbarian stuff that gives you bonuses on? That's
It's all
okay.
melee based.
Mm-hmm.
Throw that
natural 20 is a
axe.
good. Have you got any inspiration? No.
How do I do that, Angus? I've not got it set up.
Just
Make it like normal.
Just the normal attack.
it's light and thrown. Yeah, just roll me a javelin attack. Because that is light and thrown.
Okay,
And-
but then the damage.
Ooh! How far are you throwing it?
Yeah. Check the
40
range.
40
but you can't
feet.
just click on the axe.
So it's a disadvantage
Oh.
because it's outside of the 20-foot range.
That's fine.
Okay,
And
that's what
they've
makes
got
it a
plus
legendary
5.
shot.
Yeah.
It's still
Yeah,
technically
it would
possible.
be.
It'll be fine.
So, yeah.
Am I clicking great axe or
Roll
javelin?
me a javelin attack with disadvantage, and we'll see what happens.
15, please.
Oh.
Okay, 15.
But then the damage will be the great axe damage, right? If it hits.
That's right. Yes, but it will be force damage rather than.
Yes.
You
What is-
sail past the statue and through the door, but you do just miss the guy. Unfortunately, it's
Pounding my rage.
yeah. The axe. He's basically stood there, like raising this horn up to his mouth, and this
Does it at least
great axe
scare
comes
him enough?
swinging through and just chunks into the bookshelf beside him before then immediately disappearing. Yeah, he's certainly startled.
Fair enough.
And then
So his base AC is 11 at least?
At least 11, yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Damn.
Damn.
Yeah, axe returns to my hand. I give it a further approving. And then remember, I'm really, really angry. Just glaring at this guy through the door, but not being able to approach
I'm looking
him.
forward to Detritus's rage ending, the magical effect wearing off his weapon, and him not
Forgetting.
understanding that that's happened. Okay. Any any bonus
I'm
actions?
pretty
Anything else
pooped.
to go? Okay. Zara.
She's going to just gather everyone in this room and then shut the door.
I guess you have a DM question in chat as well when you have time.
Do I? DM question. We'll prepare multiple storylines in advance, usually based on the trailer info on one main storyline. We are actually, despite the fact that this is session 12, still very early into the storyline on this. This is pretty much the first adventure that this particular group of adventurers had gone on, having just arrived in this town of Cutler Bay. But yeah, I have loose plot ideas, and depending on the players' actions, they get fleshed out in priority of which ones it looks like the guys are probably going to go for.
We love it when Angus gives us.
That's my way of doing it. It's it limits the amount of work that I have to do.
We need to walk faster.
Yeah, and that's a learning experience on my part as well. We've been sort of adjusting the world exploration and travel mechanics and how we want to approach traveling over multiple days. And yeah, I think we're getting to a position where I think we're better at it than we have been. I say we, I mean me.
Blank.
Yeah, it is a lot of fun. And even if you sort of look at some of the pre-made adventures and just give it a go just to see what running a game is like, then I'd definitely recommend that before trying to build your own world and campaign environment yourself. I think that can be pretty overwhelming for a first-time DM.
I also say don't put too much pressure on yourself first time. Just have fun with it.
Yeah,
You'll learn all the detailed rules later.
Yeah,
it's fine.
Yeah.
I think you can get into the trap of spending hours and hours and dozens of hours on sort of planning a campaign in a world, and then
play like
players burn it to the ground.
Yeah, play like 7 sessions, and all of those hours go to waste until you recycle them in your next campaign.
Yeah. In fact, Blank, you should send me the name of a module you want to read and then DM, and I'll send it to you.
You can let your players kill as many NPCs as you want.
Yeah. They'll probably be known as
until they
murderers.
kill the one that you desperately need them to keep alive, so that they can give you information on them information on the campaign. But
you let that one die too, and then you introduce that information some other way. A journal or another.
There's always another way.
Exposition gnome who's come to help.
Yeah, that's a fantastic idea. Have like a gnomish god or something be really into the story, so that it pops in every now and then.
Yeah,
tells them a bunch of exposition and leaves.
You can literally use Christianity's explanation for everything.
Yeah,
God did it.
Blind faith.
I think that's every religion's explanation for everything.
Effectively, yeah.
I miss Brick. Just saying.
But back to the game. Where what were we doing?
Sorry, but Blank, you and I need to talk about D&D.
Sarah was moving people to the room.
To the safety room. Closing the safety door.
This guy he's in. They're in, and they are. He's not in yet. Hang on. They are moving slowly because he's severely injured. So they probably make it to about there.
It's okay. They have at least 2 rounds to do it.
And now it is his turn. Here. I don't think the stream is. Oh, it has. No, it hasn't. It hasn't updated the
Angus, my sword is basically a flute as well. Can I sleight of hand it into his mouth as he tries to blow the horn?
Sleight of hand it into
on your turn, perhaps, but it is his turn right now.
Magic reaction.
And
stream hasn't updated what? Angus?
It was
blow
it,
that horn and you won't
hasn't
finish.
updated the reveal of the room that Delilah's in with the anti-priest currently.
Weird. It has on my screen.
On mine as well. You might need the reloading. Oh, whoever's streaming. So, Michael.
No, just showing us. I'll do it.
Oh no, I've just refreshed it on stream and it's there now.
Weird.
I don't know what had quite happened there because everything else, like the little chat window, was moving along quite fine. Okay. So
He's
Delilah,
before he finishes blowing that horn.
he blows that horn. He blows that horn hard, and this just booming, echoing sound echoes throughout this small chamber and out through the window slot in to the outside. You
And
gather
in the next
that
moment, it's a blood-puddling scream.
the alarm has probably just been raised.
I grabbed the horn and do a little ditty. He was just trying to do a song. Don't worry about it.
So after blowing the horn, he turns to you and smiles. Very wide serpentine smile.
Okay, a really dumb idea for next round. Kill him, Casimir.
Is it my turn?
It
He
is.
tries to flee and gets stabbed to death.
5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30.
Bonk.
Can I chop his head off?
Yes.
Legit
Can.
strap.
I give you permission.
You can swing your sword at him.
Oh, no.
Oh, come on.
I have no, I don't have it.
So you don't have advantage. Oh, as filled with rage as detritus is, you swing this sword in a wide arcing sort of strike, and it catches on a piece of the furniture. It sort of jars your shoulder a little bit because you're expecting it to swing a lot further before it stops.
Fuck.
Yeah, I don't have much else. Yeah. That's my turn.
How
How many
silly are
things
you
did we
feeling?
kill? There's one thing in the corner.
This one priest that's just like, meh.
All comes down to action economy. Solid. How silly are you feeling, Angus?
I'm
Just a
feeling
general
pretty
vibe
silly.
check. You feeling pretty silly? Okay, I'm gonna
Yeah.
sleight of hand the horn out of his hand, and then I'm going to do a little ditty, trying to match his volume, and then I'll like go back down, like I'm trying to make up a song. So clearly, it wasn't an alarm. It was just some guy goofing around with the horn.
Okay, roll
bit
me
too
a
much
sleight of
weed.
hand check with disadvantage for the fact that he's clinging on to this thing.
And I assume you're like keeping solid eye contact with him the whole time you're doing it.
Yeah. It's a real disconnect between the malice in my eyes and the joy of my song.
It's like evil eyes, but it's a really nice song.
14. You don't so much sort of sleight of hand it out of his hands as much sort of start thinking you've sleight of handed out of his hand, and then you start feeling some resistance. You end up realizing that you're just sort of tug of warring with it a little bit, and he's
Okay.
still eyes locked on you, and you on him, and there's this sick, wide, fanged smile.
Okay.
Shiv.
There's still an option for the silly. I have an instrument in my hands. I could blow on it, but I'm just going to use it to stab him. I tried to silly. It didn't work. I'm gonna let's stab. Yeah, this wasn't my intention, but I love that Delilah has all this fairness to her. So anything stupid I do is just in character before she snaps back to her senses.
Yeah.
Okay, well, if that didn't work, I'm going to stab him. Is that good?
You can make the attempt.
Okay, cool. If I've got like one hand on the on the horn, my hand's just gonna slide down, put a glyph on his hand, and then I'm going to stab him. It's just booming blade, but yeah, flavor wise, I'm gonna put a glyph on this thing. It's still not going for an attack, so this will be the attack roll. Bam.
The 12 doesn't hit.
No.
Fuck.
Wow.
Okay, well this isn't going particularly well. You beastie fuck. This isn't ideal at all. Okay, I'm going to try to sneak around to the side of him as much as I can. And there's not a ton of space here, but
My sword
I'm gonna
is stuck
climb
in
on
the
his bed.
furniture. My sword's stuck in the furniture.
Delilah's climbing on the bed.
Yeah, Delilah's climbing on the bed with the sword stuck on the ceiling or some shit. Trying to tug of war in this fucking horn while he's going. It's just, yeah.
we tried. All right, we went for it.
It's a scene. It's a whole thing.
Detritus, that is a very good description of what you see through this open doorway. As it comes up to your turn.
Okay, I'm just trying to recall something, Angus. I don't have it filled in. The Eldritch Claw tattoo gives me +5 foot to strikes, I believe.
Oh, that's rad as hell. So it gives all your weapons reach.
But I don't know if it's activated, and if it is activated, how long it's activated. So magical
Can you
strikes.
make
While
it
the tattoo is
I
on my
can't.
skin, unarmed strikes are magical. And I gain
Yeah,
plus
so,
what?
yeah.
So yeah, Eldritch Maul. Bonus action: empower the tattoo for 1 minute. Each melee attack with a weapon or an unarmed strike can reach up to 15 feet away from you. So, has it been 1
That's
minute
rad as hell.
since we? It would have been 1 minute since we beat up the abomination, right? I think so.
Yes.
Yeah, okay,
It
that's
would
fine.
have been at this point now, yeah, with all of the searching of rooms and stealing of things.
That's fine. I will see this nonsense going on ahead of me and just stomp my way through. Walk in, immediately throw my great axe at the serpent creature.
Okay.
So same as last time. Yeah. Just kind of almost dragging it behind me as I walk in like a sullen teenager, but 7 foot tall.
Oh, I can't believe you make me fight.
Right.
The 20 does hit.
Wonderful. So then that'll be a great
Thank you for a good
axe.
roll.
Oh wait, yeah. So I'm taking the damage from this one.
That's it, yeah.
I will say you could just click on your great axe. Like it's all the same stats.
Oh yeah, it is the same.
Okay, cool.
+7 on both of them.
And then as it connects, I'm just gonna shout out, "It's too hot." And that'll be 10 damage, please.
That's 10 damage. Okay.
Force damage, if that means anything to you.
10 points of force damage. Right. Got it. Zara continues to take her brother into the room. And now heading over there and preparing to make their way out. It is his turn now.
Oh, and the axe will have left his body.
It does, yeah. It
It's
just
back to
wounds him and then immediately disappears. Open the wound, you just see this sort of sudden bleh of ichor as
That's
as it
when
leaves.
detritus starts complaining about the temperature.
It's hot. Okay. Ba, 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 ba.
And I think the music has just fully stopped.
It has just fully stopped, and it's probably worth putting some more battle-y music on. I always forget this bit.
Maybe.
Put out some
I don't
like
think
Weird
this
Al or
quite-
something silly.
Weird.
Stupid.
Don't think this quite counts as epic battle, but battle nonetheless.
If only we had an album we could listen to while fighting.
If you
Oh,
publish on
right.
Spotify, it's easy enough to just link. Or YouTube,
I'm just going to do that to annoy Carl.
Yeah.
Put his name on it.
Yeah.
Professionally produced by Carl.
Anyway, this priest dies.
Why do I hear boss music?
I don't hear any music.
It's just battle music because you're fighting something.
Hmm.
It is going to.
I mean, okay, even without low rolls, I would be very surprised if he got out there alive.
Yeah, I don't think he's leaving alive, but the noise he made is the bad part.
Yeah.
He is going to disengage and start making his way that way. And as he gets to this point, his body starts to change. And as he's walking towards you, detritus, he suddenly starts getting lower, and all of a sudden, like it almost goes a bit Obi-Wan Kenobi at the end of New Hope. He just the robes just flump to the floor, and this snake just starts slithering out
Get
from.
an advantage attack.
Oh my god. Do I?
Opportunity attack, sorry.
Yeah, do I
You
get
do.
Activate
You
stomp
don't
mode.
because he disengaged as he was there. He disengaged.
Next to me. Yeah.
And he was next to you. So
That's right.
he would come into Detritus's range after he disengaged. So Detritus will get an opportunity attack.
So just see that a snake going between my legs and confused and turn round.
Giggity.
Can I activate reckless attack on this as it's a opportunity?
Yeah.
It just the first
You
attack
said,
of my turn
yeah.
it says. In which case
Yeah.
then it will be with advantage. So that's just as the snake's kind of slithering and trying almost out of reach, it'll be a double overhand great axe with recklessly, one might say.
All right. Natural 20 will certainly do it.
Kill.
Die, tiny snake.
Cool.
So it turns to a snake. You smash him with the axe, and he immediately turns back into the humanoid version of himself because the snake has 11 hit points.
Look at the axe. Like, this good axe. Just roaring
Okay.
it on the ground.
As a bonus action, he is going to cast a spiritual weapon, and it's a large, exaggerated version of the dagger that Delilah stole from downstairs, and it sort of forms here and strikes at detritus.
Oh, did he polymorph? Okay.
No, natural Yanti behave of shape change. Just they can
Oh,
shape change into a snake.
So that operates the same way as polymorph then.
Effectively, yeah.
Neat. I've never fought Yanti before, so it's like a
Yeah.
zoological study.
Yeah. I've never even encountered them in anything or used them.
And then, what's he hitting with? He will have advantage, won't he? Because I used reckless attack.
He will.
Unless he's attacking
That
Casimir.
that was not better. So it's,
Right. Who's? Is someone gonna lose
23
two
to hit.
characters in the same temple?
Sorry, what was that?
Oh,
Angus?
boy, not.
23 to hit.
23.
Yes.
Yes, that will hit.
He's like 54 damage.
I am on like nearly half health, but not quite.
7 points of force damage.
Force damage, eh? Okay.
Does.
I don't think I have resistance to that.
No, you don't. And that is its turn. So at the end of its turn, having blown the horn the round previously, 6 seconds having passed, you start hearing from outside, carried through on the air as it comes through the window, the sound of sibilant yelling. Yeah.
It's okay. We're all good in here. Don't worry about it.
Just sounds like the Welsh arguing.
Welsh are arguing. And cats are hissing at each other.
Yeah. So sounds are starting to get louder.
Oh.
It would be a great time for your distraction.
Maybe we should take it hostage.
He's a priest. I mean, if anyone here, but
Okay. Well, I mean, there's only one thing that's possible from me, and that's an 11. Oh, yeah,
yeah,
advantage,
you have advantage. Yeah,
advantage. Excuse me.
It's 7.
So
Oh,
11. What? We've had far too many of those double rolls. I'm sure you had a double 15 earlier.
Mhm.
Okay, the 11 doesn't hit.
Casimir's had a long day.
Yeah.
Very long day. Isn't it?
It happens to everyone at some point in their lives, Carl.
He's like, I thought I was gonna die, then I thought we were gonna survive, then I thought we were gonna die, then I thought we were gonna survive.
Can't handle this
Now I'm thinking
emotional
we're gonna
roller
die.
coaster.
What's next?
He's trapped in a stone temple of emotion.
I wouldn't know what to it.
So, Casimir, you got anything else? Or was
Nope.
that great
I'm
sword? So
spent-
you got no superiority die
I
left?
have
Nothing?
Nothing.
Nothing. It's a
Nothing.
really good idea that you decided to kill this guy rather than fucking running away then. Delilah,
Yeah.
it's your turn.
Well.
In our defense, we were hoping it wouldn't get to this point. Yeah.
But it did, and you kept going.
What do you mean kept going? Once it's here, we're here. Like, we're just gonna leave? Let him stab us to death? How rough is he looking?
He's not looking rough at all. He's taken like 2 hits, if that. Blank, this is another reason why you shouldn't prepare loads and loads of adventures, because your players will do something stupid and get themselves all killed. And then you'll have to write a new one anyway.
Was there a window in that room, Angus?
There is, similar to the other windows that have been in the side chambers and in most of these rooms, sort of a fairly high. Though this one is actually it's deeper. It could be sort of easily sort of walked out of almost. In there.
Fuck, this is even on
Yes,
the side of the
there
room.
is a window in this room.
Oh, quite. Good to know.
Okay. I'm going to just run by, cut him with the booming blade, and then leave.
Oh yeah, because he would have taken that booming blade damage when he moved, wouldn't he?
No, because I didn't hit him.
Ah, okay.
So he can
So
take
now
a
you're
swipe
trying
at
it
me if he wants.
again.
Yes, I'm trying it again, and then I'm just going to move to this square.
Okay. He is going to take a swipe at you.
Nice.
16 to hit.
It's a natural 18 with a
Oh.
+5. That's like a 23.
Oh, that wouldn't hit me if I had fucking shield, but I don't at the moment. So yes, that hits me.
Okay, so that's 5 points of bludgeoning damages. He swings at you with a mace.
It's okay. You know when Kaz gave me those temp hit points?
Hmm.
I have not been hit yet, so
Oh,
I don't even
okay.
feel it. I still have 1 temp HP.
Wow,
Nice.
good for some.
Yeah, good for some. I say thank you, Kaz, and then I'm leaving. Like finish up,
Okay.
we're leaving right now. Get back in the van, kids. We're leaving. Okay.
This didn't go to plan. Let's go.
Delilah isn't very strong, but she's very hard to hit, thankfully. Okay, that's all I could do.
Okay.
Yes, assuming a 16 hits him.
16 does, yes.
Okay, groovy. He takes 13 damage, and then if he moves, he takes another 8.
Okay. 13. Gotcha. All right, detritus.
Okay.
Oh,
Um,
he has used his reaction, just so you know.
I think I would like to great axe again, please.
Okay, great axe away.
Again with reckless strikes.
Okay, with advantage. 14 doesn't hit.
Which side is he on? So is he in between me and Delilah, or is he in between me and Casimir?
Can you not tell which one is you?
No. I can tell that I'm the one by the door. But when he tried to
Yep.
escape, did he move, or did he just get smushed?
He was heading towards between your legs when you hit him,
okay.
and he reverted back.
So he's on this side.
Right. He's where you are between him and the door currently, and he is between Casimir and the door.
Do I not get? This is me probably forgetting. Do I not get anything because Casimir is behind him?
You do. You get flanking, so you don't need to use your savage attack. Or
Okay.
savage attack it's reckless attack, isn't it?
Yes.
Reckless,
Okay.
yeah.
Yeah. So we'll say I didn't use that. Okay, that's cool. I don't really have much in the way of bonus stuff that's useful, I don't think. Unless I'm missing something obvious about barbarians that I don't know, but I didn't think so.
Um,
You know, the great weapon feat, master feat, do you? No, the polar master.
No. Yeah. Okay. Cool. Yeah, I think that's going to be him then. He won't be retreating at this point.
I'm more advancing in the opposite direction. Like, legitimately, our objective is over there, not this guy.
Yeah, no, not until 5th level you get second attack then.
Okay.
Well,
I will
yeah.
wait.
Does that give you anything? Wild Surge.
That's fine.
Wild Surge, any of those?
Yeah, I guess I'll have to rephrase what I said earlier. A regular priest would not be able to leave that room alive.
He could die. Keep hitting him. Like, either keep hitting him or leave. Either way. He's not immortal, though.
Yeah.
If it bleeds, we can get it.
Question is, can you kill him before lots of other people come to kill you?
That's it.
How is he looking now that I stabbed him?
He's taken some damage, but he's still got that really disconcerting smile on his face. And even as you sort of lift the room and you look back at him, he seems to just be smiling after you.
Okay. Well, let's not give him a reason to smile. Let's both stab him and protect the civilians.
It's almost like Detritus's great axe swing, and he's just sort of moved himself out of the way of the swing and always sort of just keeping his eyes locked on you through the doorway as he's doing it.
This snake neck. It stretches surprisingly long, but you're like, I guess he's half snake. That makes sense, I guess.
Inspector Gadget.
Yeah.
Sarah. You hear Sarah call out from downstairs. I think they're coming.
Stop. I'm on my way. Doing what we can.
And she's gonna just keep moving her brother over towards the window side.
Yeah, she knows the plan. If she wants to like start bringing
crap.
people up, that's great. I just don't want to yell that out.
Can I ask a point of technical?
Yes.
My great axe now has a light feature, right?
Yes.
Does that mean that I could dual wield?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
How does that work
Yeah.
mechanically? Do I just take 2 attacks?
Yeah. You bonus action
so-
attack with the other offhand.
Okay.
Your offhand
I
attack
gain-
doesn't get your proficiency bonus.
But I gain a second attack
on it,
without
is that
having
right?
to have the 5th level second attack.
Yes,
Okay.
but your second attack is
Weaker.
of a weaker strike or
Okay.
a less adept swing.
Cool. Good to know.
Yeah, you don't add the strength or dex to your damage, I think, right? That's what it is. I found.
Is it that? I thought it was you didn't add your proficiency bonus to the attack roll.
I will read up on it while we're doing the
I can't remember now.
rotation.
Mm-hmm.
As them. It now is going to reach out towards you, Detritus. And as its hand, it's got sort of a very scaled, clawed hand anyway, in its snake form. But as it's reaching out towards you, it's like shadows coalescing around the hand and spiral around the fingers and the claws. And it's a 21 to hit.
Yeah, that hits.
And you take...
Yeah, apparently it's a damage bonus, actually.
Oh, is it? It is just the damage bonus, is it?
Apparently. Meaning it's just not as strong, I guess. It's not as good of a...
You take 11 points of necrotic damage.
Okay.
He regains half. As he casts Vampiric Touch on you. And then, as a bonus action, the ethereal dagger that's still floating up on the side. That's a 23 to hit.
Yep, that's a hit.
That is a D8. 9 points of force damage from the spiritual weapon strike.
Okay.
That's going to be his turn. Casimir.
Right. Where's that window, did you say?
It is in the wall here.
I was thinking the same thing.
I'm a disengage.
Okay.
This is a point of going, there's people downstairs, we're split up, this guy is clearly stronger than we thought. If there's any chance of saving these people still, we need to go. Tactical retreat, so disengage, and I'm going out the window. Where is it? Did you say here?
Yeah, about there.
Okay, so 10 feet. Gets 15, and then I'm on the other side.
Yeah, and then it's probably about 20 feet or so until the end of that step, which leads down onto the next floor.
20 feet down.
20 feet across, and then it drops off.
Oh. Wait, what?
So where you are is basically the bottom left-hand corner of the top square of the pyramid.
Okay. And so I'd made 15 feet, and there's another 20 feet on this level before I go down.
Yeah, before it drops down.
Okay.
And that, if you sort of head in I keep saying north and south, but just in terms of the relation of this map. But if you head sort of in a northeasterly direction, you would end up roughly around where the exit to, or that window would appear on the downward wall.
Okay.
That you had gone in through.
I'll aim for sort of around there. Yeah.
Okay, and how much more movement have you got?
I got another 15.
Okay. You action disengaged, didn't you?
Yeah.
Okay, so that'll get you toward. Roll me a perception check.
18. Now I'm getting
18.
good. What the?
Yeah. Okay. So you can hear obviously the sound of alarm as has been raised by the horn being blown, and you can see gathering in the central street just dozens and dozens of Yuan-Ti, Malazons, purebloods, all sort of coming out of their stone huts and things. A lot of them looking just not approaching, but sort of just out of curiosity of what's going on. But you do see that there are a significant number, probably about a dozen or so, that are armed and making their way towards the temple.
All right.
At a hurried pace.
Yeah.
How good is your deception? You have Zero's hat of disguise, right? Put that on. Pretend you're sick, man.
Does he know that it's a hat of disguise? Or has he just got Zero's hat?
Probably not.
I mean, I don't actually have that, do I?
One of you two have it.
Well,
Gunt took it, didn't he?
Gunt. It was Gunt.
Yeah,
that
Guns
had
got
all that
it's on the
stuff.
corpse downstairs.
And
Okay, well, I guess it's good to find that out now.
Guys, you can't just keep killing characters just to farm low-level like magic items.
Look, we didn't want Gun to die. That's on you.
yeah, so yeah, I move as far as I can. In in the direction of probably northeast / the window that they're gonna get out of, somewhere in that. Yeah.
Okay, I mean it would be pretty much straight east from where you are.
Yeah, I'll just go there.
Okay. All right. I'm gonna just throw in 20 point in the initiative order.
This is dicey, pun intended. Says the fucking
20 top of the turn order. There
pun
we go.
wretch.
So Casimir, you're out. You're making your way. You're about 5 feet short of the edge, and it's Delilah's turn.
Okay, you said this guy was staring at me, so I could still see him, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Some maybe Delilah is just a good person. Maybe this is like part of my own self blading in, but in a hopefully not vain attempt to take some aggro away from my new big friend, I will pull the dagger from my waist, his spiritual weapon, and say, "Look what I've got, you bastard!" And I'm going to fucking sprint away. Hopefully he's so mad that I stole his sacred weapon that he doesn't care about the big guy. If not, I've tried. I'm going to action dash 30 up to here. 15, 20, 25, 30. Right up to Zara. I'm going to close the door behind me. The big guy knows where to go. He gets out.
Sorry to try to. You're either going to make it or you're not.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like, once I saw my other big guy leave, I'm just like, okay, well, that's probably not viable. I'm just gonna leave.
We might be holding ass.
Okay.
Where's Gun's
And
squad?
the guy's
Right
still
in
on the
middle.
floor here somewhere, by the way. Just, I'm guessing, still
Oh,
tied
dear,
up
everything's slowing down.
with his eyes covered.
Computer's suffering in the heat.
I have a
He
mechanics
managed to get away, I
question.
suppose.
So I'm facing this guy. If I just want to take one step backwards to be the other side of the door, he would still get an opportunity attack.
Unless he has reach, yes, because you're leaving a threatened square. Even if he has reach, actually.
Yeah. Okay. So I'll have
In
to.
Pathfinder, you could do a 5-foot step, but
Yeah.
D&D.
I'll have to action disengage,
You can disengage to avoid that, yeah.
Yeah,
which means I won't be able to then
or you can take it.
use another action.
Dash.
Oh, yeah, has Leota used his reaction? I don't think he has.
Not this
No.
turn. He did last turn, but not now.
You only get one reaction a game.
So,
A campaign.
alright. So if I were
Unless we need it.
hypothetically to want to take a patch off a piece of fabric and throw it on the floor, that would be a full action or a bonus
Action.
action. That's what to try.
Unless it specifies.
Does it say on the patch? I think it's. Does it specify on the on the robe?
Useful items.
Yeah, I tried. Thank you, Matt. Yeah, if it's just a magic item,
And I'm gonna need you to roll me an intelligence check.
Yeah, that would be that. Honestly, I think this would be very gamey and wouldn't be what detritus would do. I was just more so curious. And it's a full action, so it's kind of irrelevant.
Yeah. Does it vary on patch, or is it just
No, it's
what it is?
The garment itself is the magical item, rather than the patches. So, do I go where Casimir's gone, or do I run down the stairs? Yeah, I can. 60, 10. I can get back in that room. So I think hearing the shouting from behind me, the fact that I'm nearly dead has brought detritus out of his rage. And seeing the smart tiny lady run off makes him think maybe he's slightly, and seeing Casimir jump through a window. Like, maybe
Maybe it's time to go.
Time for fighting. Oh. And as much as I would love to like run and then jump down the stairs while throwing the axe, that'll then appear in my hand, I think I'm just gonna leg it. And so action disengage, and then I won't be able to dash, but I can just run.
Okay.
And
How dexterous? How hard to hit are you?
I've got 2 modifier to dex, but the question is,
No, I mean, like, what's your AC? If you want to risk it, you could sprint, get all the way to the exit, basically, but you'll risk an opportunity attack.
yeah,
So if you have like 3 HP, that's probably a bad idea.
yeah, well, I've got 6 HP, so that's fine. So I'm
You
gonna,
look clever.
Yeah, it's more than 3. It's double 3.
Not quite what they mean by double digits, but you're there.
I'm just saying.
yeah, and
Risk
what kind of door
That'd
is
be a
this,
good one.
Angus?
It's a wooden one.
Would there be any way item interaction to close it?
Yeah, a free item interaction to open or close a locked door, an open door, an unlocked door. Sorry.
Which?
Draw a weapon from a sheath.
Okay, right, okay. I was going to say, which way does it open and close? Just prop Gunt's hammer up against the handle and run. That's,
It's a great idea. One way or another, if you can pull out that door, it's a fantastic idea.
Yeah.
It opens outwards into the larger chamber.
So I'm definitely going to disengage. That's fine. If there is a bonus action I could do, but specifically it would have to be like there's things that you put the wooden plank in or something where I could just put a weapon on it. But I think that might be a bit too much. So
Yeah, I'd say trying to bar a door would be.
Is there a way to bar it? Like, what type of door is it?
It was barrable, but it would take more than a bonus action. It would be an action to try and bar the door.
Another question for you then, Angus. I count as large for feats of strength. Would I be able to just disengage and just shut the door and hold it until my next turn when I can then dash? Because that would actually get me into that room quicker than me just
That's
doing
fucking
it.
clever as hell.
Yeah. And maybe he'll go after Carl this way. So I think I'll do that.
Ideally,
So disengage.
we're just passing his aggro around.
kind of, but I want it to be a kind of awkward disengage, like just backing away,
Like,
closing the door. he just hears the sound of thud as I prop myself up against it. Like 300 kilos of Goliath just blocking this door.
Okay.
Like, I wanted to check that it didn't just open the other way. So it was just.
That would have been funnier.
So yeah, and I'm
I don't-
fully putting my weight and everything I have into just keeping this door closed for another 6 seconds.
I don't mean to tell you what to do, but I do intend to influence you, Angus. This is so clever. I would definitely give Michael a fucking inspiration. I think it's fucking brilliant. I'm not
It
gonna
is
lie.
a very good idea.
Detritus to
Let's go with let's go for some inspiration.
Hooray!
Okay,
My
why
first
not?
inspiration in this character. I will try
Is
not to
that
forget
the
that I
end
have
of your turn?
Kick him in the dick.
as I'm yeah, actually that'll have to be the end of my turn, yeah. As I've used bonus and action.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
That is very clever, though. Good job.
See if it
Sarah
works.
looks at Delilah. Are we going?
Yes. Start getting everyone up. I'll hold the door as best I can. I'll be
She
right after you.
climbs up into the window slot and sort of slides herself around so that she's facing back into the room. So leads a hand out to try and help her brother up.
One of the other civvies also helped them because he's injured.
And the lady, she starts climbing up as well, being helped up by the other guy. Brogville actually sort of steps back slightly away from Sarah in the window slot. And just sort of shakes his head at her.
Like he's gonna stay?
Looks like it.
Okay, Delilah starts yelling at him. This is no time for pride. Get up there or I'll kill you myself.
Turns to you. I'm dead anyway. I will
You
just
are
slow
not
you down in jungle, and you are going to be hard pressed, and will have to move fast.
Then we'll use
I
you
come
for
with
bait
you, you
then.
all die. You won't make it out of the town.
We will if we have an extra meat shield. Get up. There's no point in sacrificing yourself here. Get up, and then if you must, do it outside. I really hope Sarah isn't hearing me say this.
Your corpse is more useful
Roll
to
me
us
a persuasion check.
Look, if he wants to die nobly, he can do it where it's useful.
Roll me a persuasion
upstairs
check.
helping detritus.
Okay, more useful towards Sarah, I should say.
What do you want? To be honest, the very blunt, you're more useful to us dead out there than you are in here, works. And he's like,
I don't have time to be
this is
tactful.
a fair point, actually. Okay.
Thank you. If we get out of this, I'll buy you a drink.
Sorry, who are you trying to convince?
Brockville.
Oh.
He was trying to do like last stand bullshit, and I'm like, not the time. Do it out there if you have to.
Okay. The sound of guards and angry mob approaching gets louder.
Okay.
It's his turn,
Boo.
and none of you can see what's happening now. It's back in the dark. Okay.
You know, when he's in snake form, what would happen if detritus just picked him up and bit off the head? Would it?
Mechanically the same as you did when you hit with an
yeah.
axe and it
Yeah,
reduced
you
it to...
kill the snake.
So he wouldn't just have the guy's head in his mouth or anything?
Nice thinking, though.
Yeah.
I like it.
Let's hope how he restores health.
Casimir.
Oh god, what's he up to in that room?
Right. Is there any reference I could, or like a quick drawing I could see to figure out what like where I am?
Yeah, 1 second.
Oh yeah, you don't believe in pyramids.
Square
It's
triangle.
a big day. Revelation has come to him. I saw a bunch of death, but revelation.
Honestly, it's a sad day. I wanted to throw a burning man out the window. I wanted to leave the square triangle on.
It's
Gun's
not too late to
body.
do that. Just went around the entire building, get inside,
Yeah.
throw the corpse out, and then join him.
Yeah.
So like you said, you just wanted to go to Burning Man.
Incidentally loot, yes. That's the only like logical character
Oh.
reason I can think of
I
for
might have an
Delilah to
idea. Oh, no.
steal the hat
No,
back
fuck,
is
no.
like, ooh, loot,
No,
fey loot,
that looks
basically.
That looks nice.
But yeah,
The rough
exactly.
reference, you're coming out of it about here.
Mm-hmm.
The doors are here.
Mm-hmm.
And the way you went in was about here.
I dropped that fucking sack of charcoal and shit and firewood. I could have fucking lobbed it at the front door now.
Actually, on that point, you, as you're making your way across the top of the second or the first step of the pyramid, you hear as an arrow swings wide. You appear to have been spotted marching across the top of this pyramid by some of the approaching guards, and they have started to lay down some fire at you. So there's 3 that come at you. The first was that natural one that you heard the psst on. The second is a 22 to hit.
Yeah.
And that does 3 points of piercing damage. And the third is a 12 to hit.
Doesn't it?
Good.
That was on the approaching guard's turn.
Yeah. Alright, in that case, having been spotted, I'm gonna try and do slight misdirection and run north out of this site.
Okay.
Just yeah.
Yeah.
You're a hero of our time, even if we probably don't know you're doing this. Doesn't change our plans at all. You'll be remembered as a hero, or at least you will be one, even if you're not remembered. We're like, he definitely tried helping. He just, yeah, like he was there to help everyone. He just disappeared at some point. Meanwhile, you're sacrificing yourself, but we don't know.
So you're sort of midway up that way, unless you're dashing, and that would get you to the end of the top portion of the pyramid.
I think if I like, at what point do they stop seeing me? Do I have to get to the other end of it? Or...
You
like, it depends on how far away they are and the
yeah.
angle.
At this point, you're probably just out of vision of most of them as they're getting closer, and you're moving further along this pyramid edge.
Can I run to? Would it be safe to assume that at this corner I would be not visible to them?
And actually, you guys would remember that you actually climbed up onto this step of the pyramid from that corner.
Okay.
That was where you climbed up, and then you'd initially tried to enter through the first window and discovered that room was occupied, and then went down to the secondary room.
Okay, in that case, I want to get to that corner and then try and dash to make it as far as I can. My intention is being get to that corner and get off on the west side.
Okay. So the dash would have got you to pretty much there.
Okay.
Just,
Okay. Well, there.
this is yeah.
Ah, okay.
This is also like not to scale, so it's not like 10
Yeah,
foot.
yeah, yeah,
That's like
yeah.
50 foot.
If I can recommend something as well, Carl. If you hit the deck right now, your sacrifice half your movement.
Sorry, yeah.
Yeah.
Can I
Half
drop
movement
down
next
on,
turn.
like,
but
next
you
to
won't
the
be
ledge? Like
Yeah.
next to the western ledge, sort of hit the deck. Because that makes
I would
sense.
say so.
Cool.
safe. Get off on the west side. What does that mean, Michael? Is this a tell me when I'm older sort of thing?
We'll discuss it at a later time.
When am I gonna be old enough?
Okay.
This deck didn't deserve this.
Delilah.
Okay, as all the civilians are climbing up through the hole, I'm gonna take a peek out this door. Do I see anyone or anything, or are they still just approaching?
They are still just approaching currently.
Okay.
No one has emerged into the temple yet.
Okay. She probably knows about the hat, but it still feels a little gamey to do it. So I'm gonna say if she fails a wisdom save of like 12, then she keeps on task. But if she fails to the Fae, and then she runs to grab the hat. So
Check, not a wisdom save.
sure, it's the same difference to me. So
Okay.
bam. Okay, she stays on task, which I kind of hate as a player, but very well.
But I kind of love from the RP side of things.
Yeah. Okay, so is the entry open? Have they climbed through?
Yeah, they haven't gone out the other side yet. I think they're waiting for the rest of you so that they don't just get chewed up outside. Or at least they're
as long as they
confirmation that they should go.
They got confirmation like 3 turns ago. I told them to get through the window quite a while ago. So I'm just gonna join them and get through the window as best I can.
Okay.
And use a dash question mark? I don't know if I have to. 5, 10, 15. Yeah, I probably will. So I use a dash, and I'm just gonna get outside, get all the civilians outside, and tell them to hit the deck until we're ready to move.
Okay.
If you allow me, I'll take a look for like hostiles out here, but if that's like a perception check too far, I know I've done a lot.
We'll get to that on your next turn.
Okay.
It won't cost you anything, but we'll get to it then.
Tell everyone to hit the deck, including myself.
Detritus, you've braced yourself against this door, awaiting someone to try and break their way out behind you, and no attempt has come. You find yourself now alone once again in this temple.
I'm gonna dash downstairs.
Okay.
Which gets me nicely into the room.
You see everyone starting to sort of basically filling up this small stone slot in the wall and making their way out of it. Zara being the first to drop down on the other side. She's gonna.
I will argue again that most of the civilians should be outside of the window by now.
They will be on their turn. She's pulling Brogville up.
Needs to be deterred, just gonna throw Brooklyn out.
She's making her way out as well, and he's starting to clamber his way in. So civilians are now either out of the room or are making their way through the window. The be out the other side, apart from Broadville, who's just getting to the other side. Where are you currently, Sarah? So not Sarah, Delilah, because you're positioned at the door. But if you said you were going and climbing in through the window, weren't you?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I'm as out of the window and on the deck as you'll let me.
Okay. So, detritus, what you hear from inside the main chamber is the sound of arriving guards. You sound of the sibilant shock of finding the corpses of multiple of their people strewn across their sacred space, along with the dead body of a dwarf just laying in their most holy of spaces on their bloody relief of the snake god.
One of them yells out, "Quick, get this out of disguise to the big Goliath guy!"
Well, hopefully they'll
their turn.
yeah, they won't have a reason to immediately check our room.
You were the last one in. Did you close the door?
Yes.
Doing his thing. Casimir. Background to you.
Michael's just gonna do a hold door. Right, yeah, I'm getting off the ledge. Sort of like, can I do it in like the prone position? Sort of like onto the ledge and drop.
Yeah, I mean, you
Without
can
getting
be
up,
prone, sort of shimmy around and
Yeah,
just let
onto
your
the
legs
ledge
dangle and then just
Yeah.
drop down. I'd allow that.
At this point, do I see them south of me? Starting to.
You do, yeah. You see Delilah and Sarah both crouching down by the side of the temple. The female captive and the other male captive are there as well, and you can see Sarah sort of reaching up and trying to help Broadville, who's very, very slowly and laboredly trying to climb, belly crawl through on his injured stomach through the slot.
Okay. What are the nearest buildings? And
The
how
nearest
does it
buildings
look
on
west
this
of it?
side are, well, this is the way you approach the temple in the first place. So there's a couple of like small shacks, cottages, houses, with sort of little areas for growing food and things like that. It's just small enclosed plots with a property or a building in them. Beyond that is the jungle after a short stretch of open ground. There's only about 2 houses between you and the jungle from here.
Okay. I'm just trying to take the house into consideration. If there's anything I can do, torching, distraction-wise, that I can stir up. I'm just trying to figure that out. To get to, how far away am I from the rest? Like south of me.
About 40, 50 feet.
Okay, so like a dash away, basically, not my movement.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, probably 34 for your top corner, weren't you? Yeah, but about 60 feet from the closest, which would probably be Delilah if that was sort of further south.
And assuming that I can throw my torch like at least 20 feet or maybe more, because it's a big target. Because I don't know. I don't know what thrown is, like up to 60 feet with disadvantage or thing, right?
Yeah.
Depends on what you're throwing, I think.
Yeah. How much would I? Yeah, assuming that's my range. What's the closest I can get to a building anyway? No. I mean, yeah, okay, yeah. How far away are the buildings from me?
About 30 feet from the edge of the
Okay.
pyramid to the first building.
Okay. In that case, 30 feet. Oh, okay. So I'm just trying to picture it. Sorry. So you got the pyramid, and then there's like 1 and 2 houses.
We're all out of the pyramid now, aren't we? So I think what we can do is jump back to this rough map.
Oh yeah. Okay. Cool. Oh yeah. Okay. Yeah. Cool. So I'm like somewhere around here. They're like somewhere.
You're
So-
pretty much here,
here. Okay.
there,
like-
there.
Okay.
Yeah, those yellow bits are sort of
Okay.
roughly where the windows were.
Okay. Can
Are
I?
even.
Can I make it to this little alleyway without a dash? Is that doable? I think that's probably more than that, right?
Yeah, you'd need to dash. You could get sort of to about there. If you're going that way around. If you assume on this map that each one of those squares is about 10 feet.
Okay. Okay, so like 3 feet for 30. 3 boxes for 30.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. Okay, I will go that way, northwards. And then assuming there's nothing around, no one around, I want to carry on to the edge of the building and just have a look before I continue with my dash, obviously.
Okay. Now, what you see down sort of in this area here is a small gathering of 4 Yanti. They don't appear to be armed. They
Okay.
seem to be sort of more gathered to discuss what might be happening rather than being there to intervene in any way. Non-combatants, shall we say.
Get him.
Okay.
Yeah, I was muted. You didn't hear me say get him.
I was literally about to go kill them all.
Actually, go ahead and roll me a stealth check, assuming you're trying to avoid being
Yeah,
seen at this point.
I do have my medium armor with
You got your noisy armor on.
noisy armor. Oh, that's 12.
12. Okay.
It's not the worst.
Okay.
So I still got, like, what would you say, like another 10 feet or something? Movement? 10 with my dash?
Yeah, another 20 feet, I'd say.
Okay. Okay, yeah, I'll just make it back to this corner.
Okay.
Just so I can see them southwards. That's where I like to.
So from that corner of the house, it would be another 60, 70 feet until the start of the tree line.
From that corner. Okay.
That corner, yeah, in a westerly direction.
Yeah. Okay. I'm gonna stay at this corner. Well, end my turn on this corner. Just seeing how they get on, basically. Knowing where they are.
So Delilah, you're outside here. You, with your passive perception of 12, have seen Casimir drop down from the top corner of the pyramid, dash over to the building there, disappear for a couple of moments, and then sort of his face reappears around the corner. So you know where he is now. What's your move?
Does it look like he's beckoning us, or just keeping an eye on us?
He's not doing anything. He looks like he's thinking about ways out, right? He doesn't look like he's engaged with anyone, or
Okay.
He's not doing anything specific. He's just seeing where you are. He doesn't look like he's got any specific plan yet, but You're free to
Okay,
take
do
his
I-
actions as you will.
Where is this group of civilians down here? And more importantly, does Delilah know that?
Oh, they're about there, and no, you wouldn't. Yeah, you wouldn't have eyeline on them. You sort of
Okay.
wouldn't see them until you sort of got to the corner of that house and peered around it.
I'm thinking like Frogville isn't getting attacked, so there's probably no guards like up here, but it'd still be very exposed for quite a while. So many screens just pop up in Roll20, and I'm like, get out of my way. I'm going to get everyone off of the pyramid, and then we're just going to jolt directly through these buildings, and then try to meet up with Casimir on the other side. This is the direction of the town, so I'm just trying to Occam's razor it. And I don't know about those civilians quite yet, so I'm just gonna try to get everyone down off of that off of the building, and then in between these two buildings for some cover, and to hopefully break sight lines to any guards. So yeah, that's my main goal. I'm gonna stay with the group.
Okay, so you're trying to guide the group to that corner, and then your plan is to head in that direction and then to the tree line.
Yes.
Okay.
I should have done something about that.
No, you're fine. This is a chaotic moment. We're all just doing what we can.
Oh wait,
right,
wait. Northwest is top of the map.
Yeah.
Yes. West is to the coast. The northwest is to town.
Yeah, sorry.
Yeah.
I do keep giving
Yeah.
calendar or not calendar, compass directions as reference points in direction.
So,
but it,
didn't we
in terms of the
actually-
orientation of this temple itself, it's it's a little bit off.
Yeah, the way we came originally, that was not from northwest, so that would be the top of the map, and then we came onto that side. Right?
Yeah.
God, I can't
When
even
did we
remember.
come in with the yellow?
We
So
came
I remember
in,
we
came
wanted to come in
northwest
from
and then
yeah.
went up onto the big one, then went south, looked in the first window, saw the sleeping creature, carried on south,
Yeah.
went in.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So we
okay,
exited
so,
about
so,
here, and then we're going
So
out.
it was like
yeah,
around
so
here.
we
I
actually
thought.
came from
You approached
Different
from the
side.
northwest, yeah.
yeah, so we came from this area basically. This general direction. Originally.
That's been our action plan so far.
Yeah. Yeah, actually.
Okay, so I think what it's safe to do is, because we've got Delilah, Detrius, Zara, the civilians, all together on the initiative order anyway. I would say everyone can move together.
Cool.
If that's what you want to do. So you got.
We politely asked Detritus to lead the wheel and protect everybody.
Okay. So you start moving, and Delilah, it's as you reach this corner that you sort of pop your head round and you see four Yanti gathered, just simple clothes and robes, linens, looking down the alleyway at the pyramid, and to sort of spot your face pop round the corner, and you equally spot them.
Okay. In that case, I'm going. Do I have like an action or anything to use?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. I'm gonna try to go for an intimidation. And for flavor, she just like unleashes her, like the Fey aspect of her existence. Her starts to like grow as if flaming vines. The air starts to shimmer around her, and she's just going to look at all of them and yell, "Flee!"
Okay.
Threaten them, basically, like get out of here now.
Roll me an intimidation check.
Am I good at intimidation?
Flee.
Okay.
What is that? What is that? I don't know.
19.
19, hey!
Yeah.
Fucking turnover was in my way.
Seeing you sort of appear, your flaming hair sort of glowing in the wind, blood smeared and clutching this large ceremonial dagger. They do indeed flee, screaming as they go.
Good enough. We're leaving.
So that gets you to about there currently. And that will be
Would it speed
your
us up if the big guy
turn.
carries the injured people?
It might do.
Yeah, if I see that Rockville is being particularly slow, can I just fireman's lift him?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Groovy. So glad you didn't
not,
say
not,
cold
not asking his permission or anything.
Just sort of lumped it. So Cyril was like, oh, okay.
Yes, that works. Let's go.
Slow.
It's fine. Yes, he was.
Slow man.
Yeah. Groovy.
Okay,
We all
as
live
you start making your way over to the tree line. The first of the arrows sort of start coming, and I'm gonna
Sorry,
roll.
before that happened,
Oh yeah, because you're
because
still up there.
I wanted to be separate from that.
Yeah.
So which way did they go?
They've gone.
This
Well,
way.
actually, yeah, that way. Yeah.
In that time, can I? Okay, for reference, the whole temple is just stone. There's nothing flammable on the temple.
Not on the temple, no.
Okay.
Most of the buildings are stone walled but wooden roofed, like
Okay.
with jungle fronds as as a
okay.
thatching.
Can I? Because I'm on that corner, I want to run sort of 30 feet. Just for reference, there's obviously no one here still on the.
Not well. You
Well, I
would
can see.
probably see it that based on the fact that those guys were running and arrows were going to start coming. You do see the first of the guards start to round this corner.
Oh, okay. No.
Alerted by the
scratch that.
screams, and
Then I'm not going that way. In that case, fuck it. 1, 2, 3. I'm gonna make it to that sort of corner, and then as I turn around, I will lob a torch onto the roof of this building next to me.
okay,
fuck
roll
present.
me
I'm
a
hoping it smokes.
roll me a dex check.
It's like an owl's nest.
Right. 11.
11. Okay. Yeah, it's not too difficult to do. These aren't particularly high, but like single-story buildings. But it's not difficult. That was a don't roll a 1 roll, and you didn't. Well done. The fronds on the tops of these houses are dry, and the torch quickly ignites them, and it starts to burn quite fast and quite hot. It's well alight.
Cool. Shame they're not wet because they would smoke more. But that's fine. Yeah, okay. Yeah, that's all I can do really. So, yeah, move on. That's what I do while they're running.
Wait.
This is one of the reasons I
I
love
must.
playing in person, because Angus could just be doodling on the map while you're talking.
Yeah.
It's like everyone's 5 years old again.
I love it.
I just sort of thought I still have some stuff that I have.
Now, that's the magic items for us. Keep them to yourselves.
Yeah. Oh, right. Okay, you got animated stuff.
I got my my
Yeah.
animated fire and stuff.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Not enemies that can do damage to
So
certain
that-
people.
That'd be crazy.
Animated fire enemies.
That would be
No,
ridiculous.
no.
It's not like he's still got like, you know. I'm not even gonna suggest anything.
No.
But yeah.
Right, so you guys are moving. The house is on fire, and yeah, as I said, the first arrows start thudding into. Well, some of them start thudding into some of you. The
I'll gladly take some of those arrows if I can.
it's a plus
Well, I've got
four. So
Brogville
that's
armor on, so I should be fine.
No, he's got you armor.
but first hit into the tree is an 8. The second is a 7. The next two, however, one for each of you, shall we say, is a 23, sorry, and a 22.
So is this for Detritus and Delilah?
Yeah, 24 to Detritus as the rear guard.
Do I get anything for having a human being on my back?
Oh
We-
no.
Tell you what.
One, it's not like you're gonna get 10 AC from that, and two, stop it.
I only need 8, okay? And I'm a very low health.
I'll take both of these arrows if that would help you protect him.
I rolled for Brogville to see if he would
Okay.
if he'd take the hit. He rolled a natural 20, so it's coming to you, my friend.
Good.
So you take 5 points of piercing damage,
Oh.
and
you look
Delilah.
You're one.
Yes,
can
one.
I use my reaction to rage and get the the resistance to piercing damage?
Not your reaction. No, it's a bonus action on your.
Yeah, I was gonna do it earlier, but I didn't want to waste it. Okay, yeah. I will rage as soon as feasibly possible, please, Angus.
Okay, and
Yeah, just
Delilah, you take. I rolled a 7 on that damage die, so that's 9 points of piercing damage.
Oof. Okay. I'm officially out of temp HP and a good chunk of my actual HP.
Okay.
Yeah, much like you, Lee, I have this. I will start blitzing at this point to up my AC quite a lot.
So you sort of look over your shoulder. You see these guys that have come out from between the two houses and have sort of drawn their bows and arrows and are firing. And whilst they're doing that, others are running towards you. And then this sibilant voice calls out, and it's loud, way louder than it has any right being. And they all stop and turn. And as you sort of also look for the source of this voice, you see stood on the edge of the temple, just on that first step, roughly sort of where you guys had emerged. The priest, his long, tattered, blood-stained red robes blowing in the wind. You can see beneath them now, and this wasn't there before. You know, this is probably how he's been spending the last couple of turns. He is decked out under his robes in like this bronze scale mail armor that has a sort of greenish tinge to it from the corrosion, the oxidization, discoloration in this moist atmosphere. In that, dangling from one hand is the mace that he'd swung out at you earlier, Delilah, and it appears to have halt to the pursuit. As you continue your escape into the jungle, he just watches you disappear into the trees. And that's where we're going to wrap it up for tonight, because I am poorly and I need to go to bed.
He's summoning the dragon. He's summoning the dragon, isn't he, Angus?
No idea.
Okay, well, if you want to end the campaign really quick, summon a dragon.
We're all basically on single digits health-wise, so
I know.
pretty sure all of us except Delilah maybe. And
Yeah, I'm technically on double digits, but it's 11, so it's like barely.
Okay. Okay.
It's only just double digits.
Hey, that's 11 times my health.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's where we're going to wrap it up for tonight, guys. We shall. They haven't died, not right away. And Lee, they are. Thanks for joining us, guys. Thanks Force Foley and Blank. He's gone, but thanks, Blank. And if you were around last session after my internet failed me and I was condemned to sort of analog entertainment, I had to read a book. I say that I like reading books, but sure. The rest of these reprobates started writing an album, and allegedly a band, and their debut album, The Esoteric Doings of Capricious Spirits and Presidential Politics of Neglected Parenthood, will be available on all streaming medias as soon as Carl can get back around to recording and mastering it. Such wonderful tracks as a semi-freestyle rap by Richard Nixon.
Allegedly.
And yeah, that's all I can remember. But I was listening to that one earlier, and I thoroughly enjoyed it.
Space Ghost.
The track list goes Michael, Gay Tie, Goat Song, Text Files, and
Untitled Richard Nixon.
Untitled.
Goat juice.
Goat juice?
Goat juice? That's what it says on the carton.
Oh, that's just goat juice.
Ah.
Yeah, it's just a goat juice.
Separate to the songs.
Yeah.
Oh. Don't worry about
Just an artistic choice for the album
A
cover.
very autistic choice.
So if you are into avant-garde
Yeah.
artistic ballads, then this may well
Slash
be
punk
your
songs
thing.
and Raps.
Slash punk songs, punk songs,
Folk
raps.
And
There's literally no one watching at this point. Just plugging an album that
So
doesn't exist.
and verbal diarrhea.
I'm pretty sure
Like
that
an album
it
that
is
doesn't exist.
to an audience that doesn't exist.
Yeah, songs out.
It all.
Streamer.
I'm glad what I did in the moment, but I really wanted that fucking hat. That would have been so useful. I cannot go back and get it. I assure you.
No one
Unless
is
they come back
surviving if you
later.
go back in that temple right now.
Yeah, exactly.
Fine. Well, we survived longer than I thought. Thank you, Angus, for a wonderful,
You guys
terrifying
for
session.
being lovely players, and yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing where this goes.
Mm-hmm.
Next
Likewise.
session we can
Very
say
excited.
TPK again.
And we'll probably be
TPK?
doing an allegedly
EPK.
podcast at some point in the near future as well.
Get used. Hey, Force Foley, you're still here. Cool. Stream these guys' album when it eventually drops, and come back next week to see what happens to this bunch of reprobates and whether they make it out of the jungle and what has happened to Boyko the mule.
Angus, we should get you to do a an epic voiceover guy intro to the album, setting the scene and all that.
Absolutely do that.
Well, like the
Yeah.
what do you call
Like
it?
the epic trailer guy. Yeah.
The bit at the beginning. I like that.
Maybe some narration between the
Yeah.
songs, like a story.
Setting the scene of the story,
because
and
there is a
narrative.
story behind the whole thing. So
Yeah, it's very
Surprisingly,
intricate.
that was a
Very
story.
intricate.
Story.
it's incredibly.
Okay, I'm popping it on to ending soon.
All right. Bye, guys.
Bye.
Thank you for dropping in. Come back again soon. And
You can just see Angus's head popping around the picture of the CD case.
I know I did decide.
And ending soon. In 3, 2, 1. Bye bye.